grief and loss, trauma, mental health, alcohol and drug use, gender roles, anger management, self-esteem, sexual abuse, domestic violence, and the pressures of societal norms or real-life issues that affect men. Join Rolando, psychotherapist, author, life coach, and motivational speaker that has dedicated his profession to working with men to find a healthier alternative to cope and handle these stressors. Rolando believes that men are lacking in social, psychological, emotional, and spiritual support that is necessary for a lifestyle that promotes healthy masculinity. We invite you to join us on XY Spark, where we discuss issues that men face. At XY Spark, we believe the key for happier families is restoring healthy masculinity.
Thank you for joining us again here on XY Spark. This is your boy Rolando. How's it going, guys? It's a beautiful day outside, and I just wanted to pause and chat with you a little bit. We are moving closer towards summer. The weather is getting warmer. I know that you guys are starting to put on your flip-flops and your shorts and your tees and your tanks. Just go out there and enjoy it. If you're on your way home from work, we just want to say we hope that you do have a safe journey home. You may be going home to get a little shut-eye there. You enjoy that. If you're just getting up, we do hope that you have a beautiful schedule for today that's going to help you to achieve somewhat some success. I wanted to share with you today a thought. I was here reflecting, and this thought came to mind that I wanted to talk to us about. And the quote says this: "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." End quote. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. End quote. One of the most powerful weapons that you have at your disposal is the weapon of the mind. And every time you sit and reflect, or every thought that you have, you determine rather what direction your life is going to take. Sometimes we might have experiences that are traumatic. A relationship partner might have turned their back on us. A popular expression that I find is going on a lot now is, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And there are a lot of men now who hear this, and all of a sudden they start questioning whether or not they have a fault or they did something wrong. And so the thought in the mind brings them to a place of self-doubt, brings them to a place where they start to question whether or not they did something wrong. You might have been working in an establishment for a long time, and how ironic that I saw an article that came out from the Shopify CEO, who makes a definition that was pretty interesting. And what he said is this, and I'm quoting the Shopify CEO. He says, "You're a part of a team, we're not family." And what he was alluding to in his letter is that when you work with a company, you are the part of a team. You are born into a family, and I'm quoting the CEO from Shopify. You're born into a family, but when you are a part of a company, you're part of the team, so there are expectations, and when those are not met for whatever reason, there may come to points where you have to ask that person to step down respectively. So, what has your experience been? And how has your life experiences brought you to a place where you are struggling with self-doubt and negativity and pessimism? And what are some of the thoughts that you've been reflecting on? Are you the guy who keeps telling yourself, I'm not good enough, it's my fault, nobody likes me, the world is against me? I want you to take a step back from that form of thinking right now. I don't know what you're doing. You may be driving to work and you may be saying, well, Rolando, it's a bad time for me. You may just get up and say, well, I need to go to this appointment. But I want to challenge you. Just slow down. Just slow down. If you're able to, when you get to the parking lot, wherever it is you're working, if you're working from home, just pause for 5 minutes and reflect and ask yourself, What thought have I been entertaining that has kept me stuck for the past year or 2 or 5 or 10? What do I want to do differently? Can I challenge myself to generate a different pattern of thinking as I recognize that my thoughts can become my master, or I can become the master of my thought? This is just a beautiful quote that we're reflecting on this morning. I'm going to repeat the quote for you. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. End quote. I want to challenge you today to start recognizing those thoughts that have kept you stuck or stagnant and start nurturing different thoughts. So here is the mantra that I want you to think about using for today. I will not give in to negative thinking. I am responsible to make different choices. I will not give in to negative thinking. I am responsible for the choices I'm making. Let's say it one more time. I will not give in to negative thinking. I am responsible for the choices I'm making. I want you to go out there today and challenge yourself and recognize and remember that because I have enough skill, enough power, there is a spark in you.
Please join Rolando next time on XY Spark as he engages us in practical discussions that promotes healthy masculinity and challenge men to live extraordinary lives. At XY Spark, we believe the key for happier families is restoring healthy masculinity.